if I had to pick one of these to pick up in game right now, it's going to be the Steel Series.
Let's just say, it was a great night. Take the challenge at steelseries.com.
So, welcome everybody to the Go Champions League match between Navi and mousesports. I am the Boo from Germany, and we have $15,000 up for grabs for the winner of the tournament. Of course, it's not that far yet. We are still in the league stage, which means the 10 teams will duke it out against each other. We have Virtus.pro, Property, Gamers 2, obviously Navi, Dignitas, Flipside, Copenhagen Wolves, Hellraisers, Penta and mousesports in the contest. At the moment, Virtus.pro is leading the pack with 24 points out of 10 matches, which means they have won 8 of them and only lost 2 of them. Property is right next to them with 14 matches, 8 wins, so the same amount of points, but they have 4 games more. mousesports is sitting at the bottom right now with only 3 points out of 8 matches. They just came back from a loss against Dignitas on cash. It ended 16-14 in favor of the Danes. The Germans have won the first map, so they gained the first points, but they couldn't bring it home on the second map. So Navi on the other side have 8 games, 6 wins and 2 losses. They have 18 points right now. They are sitting on the 4th place, and mousesports will win the 9th round, so they decide to swap to the CT side, which means they feel more confident on the CT side. We know that some teams sometimes feel more confident on the terrorist side, depending on the map, of course, and depending on the team. There are a lot of different characters in the game right now, and they can... Some people just like to have the initiative and just like to dictate where this game is going. They want to tell, or, you know, want to be in the driving seat and determine where they end up going and all that. So sometimes they want to start on the terror side, even if a map is more CT sided. So let's take it to the pistol round. Navi on the terrorist side with almost no nades left. Zeus has a decoy nade, and they are headed straight to the B. Bombside taps him with the one headshot onto Zeus, but catches a bullet, goes down to 4, and then gets disposed of by C's. Guardian in middle, puts a stick between the CT's rotation with a double kill already. Then he goes down to Tixo. It's a 2v3, make that almost a 1v3. Now certainly a 1v3. Tixo is the last man standing with 8, and he's down to Edward. Navi exploded on mousesports. They had a few players in middle. They had a huge commitment to the B bomb site, and sadly Tapson looked so good at the start, but he couldn't get any more frags than 1 on the B bomb site. Tixo got 1 back, but Guardian was the key player for Navi. He kept the CTs from rotating with those 2 frags over here. So now Seized with the first one on a long, taking out another one is Edward, and Zeus is there as well. The whole Navi squad gets a slice of the cake. The only one who doesn't get a bite is Guardian right now. And Edward will actually single tap Chris Shea with the Uzi. That's something that I haven't seen so far. But you know, if you tap, maybe implementing the Scream gaming or playing style into his game right now. We're trying to go for the one-shots with the Uzi. And Chris Shea is headed straight up into middle, straight in the face of the terrorist, goes to work on Guardian. Guardian having a hard time, finally gets the kill. Down to 15 HP though, and Zeus lost a very huge amount of his HP as well. He's down to 23. Now mousesports only have got B standing, and he puts C's down. Finally a frag for mousesports, despite having 2 players below 30 HP. The Germans weren't able to pull it off, and Edward pre-fires that corner. This time he's not tapping. 3-0 in favor of Navi in a matter of seconds. Now mousesports with the full buy. Chris J realizes he needs the AWP on dust2 to make anything happen. There's no way to take the Tech 9 or the MP9. It is a viable strategy on Cash, because Cash is so close quarter combat based, but dust2 is a whole different story. Now Guardian with the AWP and Chris J against him. Let's see if the not so online J anymore offline J can do against his counterpart of Guardian. Navi with the usual build up. First have 2 players occupying B and A and have 3 players in middle, then decide where to go. 3 players pushing up into B short while 1 is still covering middle. The 2 players have successfully captured short A, and they leave C's behind. Now the rest of the squad moves up, and together they will make that execution go against the CTs. They are still fully stacked on HP, so are the terrorists though, and Navi will execute against mousesports on the A-bomb side. Only 2 CTs are there to help them, and Zeus actually steps on the head of Nicolino, who gets the kill without any problems. Now Cease is behind that smoke, takes down Nicolino, and another one by Cease. The young gun in the Navi squad takes them apart, makes it a 2v3, but Mouse fights their way back. Tapson is there with the rotation. Now it's a 2v3 situation. The CT's on the verge of retaking already. They have that flash to work with, but Edward gets a headshot onto Goppy, then Tapson blows him apart. It's a 1v1. Flamey, the new guy in Navi, goes down to Tapson, and a triple kill by the German will save the day for mousesports and win the first gun round. What a thriller that was already. And Tapson was the man of the round so far. So good. Mousesports need to prevail, however. FAMAS for Tixo. No nades on Chris J. Another FAMAS for Nicolino, but almost no nades on the CTs. Goppy. Well, Tixo decided to buy a smoke and a flash, but Goppy doesn't have any nades. And that is a crucial factor for the CTs. They need the nades to delay the terrorist pushes, and they need those smokes to get themselves into good positions. Now Chris J on the hunt for some frags. He expects somebody to be down in pit, and he had the right guess, but Navi just put that player there and they retreated back. Now look at the CTs though. They have Tapson pushing around into terror spawn. I'm curious what he's able to do, even if he might miss a frag. Now Tapson got spotted and he gets caught with the nade in his hands. Zeus takes him out. Now the information for the CTs comes out that the terrorists are on the move on the B bomb side. They had seized on there already. He was hanging out in lower B tunnels, and Tapson and Tim are, well, they missed each other. And now let's see, Edward trying to have the CTs stuck in middle as they go to work. Zeus is planting the bomb. Flamey is hopping up already. The CTs on the rotation. They have to work against Edward though. He's still hanging around in terrorist spawn, trying to work his angles like a Vietnamese ambush player. He tries to make them go, and Chris J actually takes Goppy out and Edward with a double kill, but that actually hurt him so much that Chris J needs to save his weapon right now. The 2 remaining terrorists on the hunt though, Cease and Flamey, have enough of it. Chris J needs to be eliminated right now, and they have spotted him on the A platform. They're trying to go for the boost already, and Flamey has spotted Chris J, and he has disposed of him as well. 4-1 in favor of Navi, allowing that 1 round to slip. Not too bad for the Ukrainians right now. Coming right back into the game, demolishes the CT's momentum, gets their hope back to the place where they were after the pistol round. That means almost non-existent hope for now. Mousesports need to save. They have a CZ75 for Tapson and the P250 for Nicolino, but I highly doubt that they could achieve anything with that. They have Nicolino in a long and Tapson in the B bomb side. Tapson goes down to Flamey already, and Edward has a long covered with his Uzi. The Mac-10 puts the heat up on the Mousesports players and makes it 5-1. Now looking at the scoreboard, Edward with 9 frags, 7-4 seized. He did a very good job defending the bomb already. And 4 frags for Tapson, who basically won that 1 round for Mousesports, and 2 for Goppy and Tixo. if Christie hadn't killed Gorby with this AWP shot, mousesports could have actually come back into the previous round, but like that, Na'Vi are up against yet another save round. Nicolinho and Tapson with the bigger guns, 5-7 and Deagle and armor for them. But they don't have a chance against Flamey's long range aim. Triple kill for him. The young Russian just added to Na'Vi shortly before SLTV Star Series LAN finals. And he made himself shine, and he showed that he's an emotional player as well, and he's very dedicated to the team. He actually performed so well and still thought that he was too bad at one point in the final that Zeus had to kind of, or Starix was actually the guy to get him back on track, you know, tap his shoulder, say, come on Flamey, you're not bad at all, you did a very good job. And Flamey lost one crucial round, one clutch round that he didn't manage to pull off, and he was really mad at himself for not winning this round. And Starix went in, the coach for Na'Vi, as you can see as well, he's here as well. And the new kind of coach just stepped up and told Flamey that it's not that bad. He performed great in the matches. And I think Flamey gets that confidence the longer he plays with Na'Vi. Oh, team kill for Guardian against Flamey now. I was talking about Flamey so long. It was the Castle's curse. I'm sorry for that, but Tapson and Guardian will trade one more frag and make it a 3v3 again. Na'Vi on the B go, and the CTs are there already. Christie has the scope. Oh, that was so close to a team kill. Tapson's down to 9 HP, and Cease is down to 17. Zeus down to 48. Tixo is coming in from behind. He's already on fire. You can see it on his mouse movement. He's so clutch. He takes down Zeus, and mousesports in a good position to retake that bomb site. Oh, Guardian takes Christie out mid-air. Another one for Guardian, and another one. 3 kills against the retake, and 4 kills in the round. 1 team kill, so he basically has an ace, right? 7-1 in favor of Na'Vi, thanks to the Slovakian AWP, who's once again showed why he is one of the best AWP players, if not the very best. Yes, I'm sorry for JW and Kenny S. Well, Kenny S is still, you know, different AWP, so Kenny S and Guardian are the best AWPs in their kind of playing style. To have a small consolidation. Kenny S is probably better. Na'Vi though is very good at taking care of this of this eco round for mousesports. Flamey picked up another triple kill, and he's sitting at 10 now. Edward on 12, 6 for Tapson still, 3 for Tixo. Mousesports should have had that round against Guardian, but it didn't happen, so now they are looking at a very, very bad halftime score, 8-1. Even if they would win all the remaining rounds, it isn't necessarily a good performance for them so far. Flamey with those 2 opening frags. Look at how calmly he clicked away onto Nicolinho. That was just amazing play by him. Now Gorby lets Zeus walk into the crosshair and lets him walk into the crossfire with Tixo. Tixo gets the better of Guardian on short and made it a 1v2. It was his last breath as Cease came in from behind and took him out. Now Cease takes that ambush position. He expected Tapson to be coming from the B bomb site, and he prepared for that on the corner. But Tapson luckily came out on top of that exchange, made it a 63 HP remaining Ceased only. Now the bomb fake plan by Seized, trying to draw the CTs out, trying to waste a few grenades, and he successfully wasted a few of them. HE grenade comes out, a few flashes come out as well. Gorby just stays away though. The CT's way too experienced to run into those fakes. Now Seized has put the bomb down. Gorby needs to wait for his teammate, and he just came into pit when Seized turned around, and there is Tapson. Catches Seized in the middle of the A platform, and mousesports are finally 1 round closer to the Ukrainian / Russian / Slovakian squad. So we kind of have a Bosnian, Dutch, German mixture playing a Russian, Slovakian, Ukrainian mixture. 2 European teams, or 2 teams from planet Earth, take on each other right now. Mousesports with the full buy now. AWP for Chris J, still AWP for Guardian though, and Guardian tagged GOCL crossing to the B bomb site. Oh, GOCL with the last bullet that hit Zeus's head, puts him down to 9 HP, but sadly for GOCL, he didn't have any ammunition left. Now Tixo fires off a few shots through the smoke, but doesn't hit anything at all. Well, actually, he tagged Zeus down to 5. And removed 4 HP, so he must have hit him in the fingernail. Seized with the frag onto Tixo though, and Chris J draws it back to a 4v4 with the frag onto Edward now. Edward goes down to Nicolino, but Flamey snuck up into a slope. Then Chris J quickly turns around to take him out. It's a 3v2. Zeus still hanging out in the middle and goes down to Tapson. It's Guardian's time to make himself shine one more time. And that actually was a rhyme, and that rhymed even further. So maybe Guardian is actually able to clutch it right now. He has the bomb on his back. The CTs gave the A platform away. And they certainly don't want to peek against the AWP. So they rather stay in those positions where the AWP needs to get around a corner. Or where they know where that AWP is shooting from. Now, cheeky drive by the CTs to keep the terrorists from getting to the A platform, and Guardian misses that shot, and GOCL only needs one chance to put him down. 3-8 now. mousesports trying to work their way back. Those 2 rounds are certainly not enough to get hyped up yet, but if the terrorists should maybe in 10 years need to save, it would be mousesports' time to really get that comeback going. Chris J gets boosted up into short, taking a peek into lower B tunnels, maybe. And yes, he will be boosted by Niku. Tapson already goes down to 22, but GOCL gets him out of the thick of things with a frag onto Flamey. That nuisance maker. Flamey had so many triple kills already and so many good moments in this matchup. He actually almost won the previous round for Na'Vi with a push-up slope. If Chris J hadn't had that 180-degree shot in the barrel for him, Na'Vi would have won that round. But we are now looking at a 4v5 situation in favor of the CTs, which they allow Guardian to draw back to a 4v4 with that A-long check. And they just checked if there was any action, and they saw Guardian too late. One CT slipped through though, and he is able to capture A-long for the CTs, while Zeus is capturing middle against Nicolino. It's a 4v3 now. Suddenly the CTs on the receiving end. Guardian is there to cover Tixo. Seized opens up the B-bomb site with the kill onto GOCL, and Tapson is alone with the scope in his hands. Actually, he picked that up as Chris J has dropped it, but he doesn't have anything else except for saving to do in this round, and Na'Vi is on the hunt already. Zeus is pushing his back against the wall, getting closer and closer, and he will spot Zeus. He will spot Tapson in a second, and there it is, 9-3. Once again, it's Guardian with a double kill, and mousesports were in a good position. They had a 4v4, they had basic control, but Na'Vi just won those exchanges. Guardian with the frag on A-long, then middle was taken by Zeus, and suddenly everything was open. Then Seized got the kill on GOCL. It was all 1v1 situations, no trading, nothing. And mousesports lost that round. Chris J with that headshot onto Zeus. The scout makes itself be worth the money already. Now Seized hops up to the boxes, takes GOCL out, but it's unarmored targets. It's basically shooting dolls right now for Na'Vi. But the CTs have some cheeky stuff in mind. They will actually... Oh, Seized! Oh, Flamino is running or hitting the CT through the smoke, and Chris J took that shot through the smoke, almost got him killed, but Flamey just pulled the trigger and his teammates got him out of there. Chris J was about to be boosted on top of that smoke on the B-bomb, which is really cheeky by the mousesports squad. If Flamey hadn't pushed through the smoke unsuccessfully, it would have worked. But, well, mousesports with the full buy, 2 FAMASs, and Chris J does make himself look good with the kill onto Flamey, but he already saw that Guardian is definitely able to pull off the same or even better shots in this matchup. It's a 4v5, and Na'Vi know that they can easily get back into this round by just simply trading those blows. But Chris J quickly adjusts his aim to Zeus's position and retreats into the deeper parts of the A bomb site, and sees overextends a little bit in middle. He didn't have anyone to take the refrag, and if Guardian was around, it would have been an easy kill for them. Like that. Oh, Chris J with another one in middle, just romping Na'Vi right now, and tabseN closes out Guardian. You see that sometimes mousesports seem to have the control and make it look so easy against Na'Vi. Then Na'Vi make it look easy against the CTs, and it's just weird to look at this game right now. But Na'Vi have a 6-round lead opening up in this last round of this first half of the first map. And they have an autoscope for Seized. He will probably drop that and exchange it for the AK. Double AWP on Edward and Guardian, something that Na'Vi kind of favored in the past few games. Edward picked up the AWP more and more. tabseN picks up the frag onto Flamey, while Guardian shuts Chris J down. Just, you know, finally puts a stop to Chris J, who had a very good previous round. Guardian just hopping around in middle, almost gets his teammate killed, but takes got out, and mousesports needs to stop peeking middle against Guardian. It's a death trap. If you try it, Guardian will go wild like somebody in a riot, and it's a 4v2 already. Edward does the same that Guardian did to the CTs already. Tixo is the last man against 4 angry Eastern European players. Seized will take him out 11-4. 17 frags for Seized, 14 for Edward and Flamey. And even though Guardian only has 10 frags, it makes the impression that those 10 frags always have been crucially important for a Na'Vi round win. On the other side, we have 10 for tabseN, 7 for GOCL, and Chris J. Nicolinho is fading away right now with 3 frags only. But I'm not even sure where he played. I think he was the more or less lurker in middle. So I saw him get killed in middle once, so I will just have that cliche work for me. mousesports on the pistol round on the terrorist side, though. They need it on the board. There's no way around that, and they have the first frag onto Zeus. Now Nicolinho firing off a few shots, then turning around to take out Flamey. 3v5 in favor of the terrorists. They just need to keep the CTs from rotating, and it looks good for them. GOCL with a headshot onto Guardian. Sees and Edward fighting back. Edward with the first one onto short. Then Nicolinho drops right in front of Zeus. It's raining man, and it's raining bullet at the same time. Nicolinho goes down. Edward goes to work onto GOCL. The terrorists are about to throw this round away. Zeus down to 8. Edward down to 23. If they can clutch it, it would be due to headshots. Look at Edward with 11 HP. He takes out Tixo, and Chris J is in the pit holding on to the bomb. It's planted for him. He takes out Seized with a 1 shot, but he was down to 8. Now Edward is pushing him, and Chris J just needs to stay away. Please don't expose yourself to Edward. He can take you out in a matter of seconds. Chris J will actually get him in the end. 11-5, but mousesports were so close to throwing it away. Great effort by Edward and Seized to fight their way back to a 1v1 situation when they were down in a 2v5, or was it a 2v4? I'm not entirely sure, but it was a major advantage for the terrorists, and they were just exiting the bomb site carelessly, and Seized is tagging Guardian there. The reinforced buy for the CTs, MP7s across the board, except for Chris J, who has the Uzi, and he uses it to take Zeus and Flamey out. Guardian, though, halfway through the smoke onto Tixo, headshot, and tabseN there. Edward with a 1 shot onto tabseN. Then Edward lining up another one, taking his time, and it was worth the time. Takes Nico apart, or picks him apart with the deal. 2v2 situation. The bomb is planted on A. The CTs won't go for that. There's no question about that anymore, but they could make it a whitewash for mousesports or a wipe. Chris J with the Uzi tapping away. Long range Uzi going to work onto Seized, and Edward has that deagle lined up for Chris J. Good job by Edward, taking out 3 players and saving the scout on top of that. GOCL will stay away and only lose a slither of his HP to the bomb. 6-11. mousesports trying to get back into this game, but the past 2 rounds don't actually tell you the whole story, because it was just on top of the pistol round. The terrorists were able to get another one on the board. Now mousesports with 2 AKs, an AWP already, and 2 MP7s, and Nico with a shot onto Guardian. Closing out the first CT already. Na'Vi with a 4-man stack on B, and the terrorists have the right guess. They are on their way to the A bomb site. Now Chris J just needs to hold on to middle and keep the CTs from getting towards the boost or towards the Xbox. Actually, he lets that be covered by Nicolino. And it's a 2v5 already. Mousesports will win this round, and it's just up to Edward and sees how many weapons they can take out. Edward with a nice tag onto Nico has the time to actually get out the deagle and take 2 shots with the deagle before Nicolino can actually reply. Caesar still behind the door, but he's flashed to death. And Edward won't be able to take out another terrorist. 7-11. Mousesports getting back on track on the terrorist side. But we are just heading into the first rifle round. And this is going to tell us where this where the second half of the first map between the two teams will actually go. As this will determine if the CTs can get a round back or if they are straight back to saving. Mousesports still have an MP7 on Tapson, so they refuse to exchange the SMG for a rifle if the player didn't get killed. Gobi with the first shot. He actually takes on the battle against Guardian, who's down to 50 HP already. He doesn't have armor, so Guardian needs to watch out. If he catches a nade, he's now down to 22. And he catches another nade. Chris J takes him out. Good play by Mousesports to not actually expose themselves to the barrel or the scope of Guardian, but use their nades to take him out without being seen. Now Chris J inches forward. The movement switch didn't bother him. He just moves on. Even if he's slow as a turtle, he will still get that frag. Nicolini closes out C's before being dropped by Edward. And it's a 1v4. Edward is in the B bomb site. The terrorists know where he's at. And Hapson won't let him escape. 8-11. The CTs are right back on a save. And this allows Mousesports to get closer and closer. Gobi, the terrorist caller, seems to have everything working in his direction. For now, though, I won't jinx it. Let's see. Abbott being tagged through the door by Chris J, and they need that major performance by Chris J to make something happen against Na'Vi. Otherwise, you know, if Guardian feels that he's let free to run around the map and he doesn't face a huge opportunity or scratch that. And if he doesn't face I just can't get that word out, I'm sorry. If he doesn't face somebody else that is just as good as him, he's so easy, and he's just so good that he will romp you down. And just like Seized and Zeus are doing with the terrorists right now, they got 2 frags on the board already. Tixo mortars Flamey to death. Tapson comes in with 1, and Tapson saves the day for the terrorists with a double kill. It almost slipped away from them. The CTs were really successful in this eco round. And yeah, I was looking for counterpart. Oh my god. If Guardian doesn't have a strong counterpart, and if he's allowed to run free on the map, he will gain that momentum and he will be even better. So you need to keep him at bay as good as possible to not let him pick up those frags. Mousesports within 2 rounds of their opposition. Flamey is flashed to death, but he still gets a headshot onto Tapson on a long important frag for the CTs. If Flamey had gone down and Tapson had retreated back into safety, would have been the perfect setup for the terrorists. Now Chris J with that smoke. Oh, he misses that shot. Now what is he doing together with Nicolini? They are on the B bomb site. They get flashed. Nicolini needs to retreat. Chris J takes it back through the smoke. Zeus and Edward are there. They take Nicolini out, and now Chris J is back on the B bomb site with the no scope onto Edward. It's a 1v5, 1v3 thanks to a double kill, and the bomb is dropped in front of the B bomb site. Guardian is there to take him out. 12-9. Na'Vi have their first CT side round on the board after 5 of the terrorists. Navi working on that economy. They try to make it look good for them. They try to get to the stage where they can afford to lose a round without being forced to save straight away. And mousesports tries to keep them from doing that with a full buy. They are pushing through middle. They have 3 players lined up for that push, and Edward is straight around the corner. Not anymore though. Chris J with a quick kill. Then Guardian kills Chris J. Maybe overextended a little bit, overestimated his own skill, but Tixo with that spray onto C's as Zeus trades another blow. It's a 3v3 again. The CT's still not out of this round. It's Goppy and Guardian trade frags in middle. It's a 2v2. Navi trading blows to the terrorists, and now the bomb got planted. Goppy and Tixo don't have any equipment anymore, but Guardian has one flash, and if he uses it at the right angle, he could get that one frag that the CTs need to retake that bomb site. Now they know where Tixo is, and Flamey quickly pushes in and disposes of Goppy as well. It looked so easy. I was actually wondering why I said it would be a hard retake. 13-9 in favor of Navi. But that round could have easily gone mousesports' way either, too. Oh. Just that trading was amazing to see. The two teams didn't give each other the edge until only two players were standing on each team. And mousesports will hang on to their economy. They have the bomb plan to work with, and Goppy with that opening frag on long. He actually rings off a few shots onto Flame. He takes him down to 74 and then has himself calmed down a little bit after that massive spray on the A long approach. He retreats back with his teammates and he resets the approach. So now Nicolino will open up on A short and have 2 CTs to work against on A long. One of them is Guardian, and he still has that scope in his hands. So the terrorists need to find him and need to smoke him off, or use Chris J to dispose of him. See, Chris J inching around the corner. He knows that Guardian likes that corner. He actually hits Guardian, but goes down to the Guardian's shot. And now the CT is down to 17 HP, but he retreats into pit and he covers a bomb site. From there, lets his teammate take it on, but he goes down, and it's seized with a frag onto Goppy. Pushing in from CT spawn. Guardian with a shot onto Taps, and that's just massive for him. 2v2 situation. A bomb is planted. Tixo shouldn't face off against Guardian on A long. They should try to take care of the rifle first. Cease is down to 26 HP. Tixo is there. Tixo it goes down to Cease, but Nicolino got the frag onto Guardian. Now it's a 1v1 situation. Cease down to 26. Nico down to 56. They are inching forward. The bomb is ticking fast and faster. Nico tries to make that time work in favor of him, and in the end he makes it a quad kill and takes Cease out. On top of that, mousesports can't and won't let the CTs run away with the scoreline. And Navi was not yet in a position to buy up after they lose this round. So mousesports with a good opportunity to inch closer and get to only a 2-round deficit. Double push by the CTs into B tunnels, and it will be Nicolino to face off against the CTs over there. If they get any further, he will shut them down, but good call by Nicolino to stay back and give B tunnels to the CTs until his in-game leader decides to send them back in. Now the CTs have actually 3 players in middle, and mousesports is about to walk in there with the bomb carrier. Goppy goes down to Edward. Edward with a double kill. Good headshots. Another one for Edward onto Chris J before Nicolino shuts C's down. It's a 2v3 already. Sadly for the CTs, Edward was not able to get a weapon out, and he's now taken out by Nicolino, who's taking care of CT spawn as well. 3 kills for him. He could potentially get another quad kill off, as Guardian is just standing in the smoke. He's waiting for the terrorist, and Tapson has his own back covered with the Galil. But Navi made it so close with that triple kill for Edward. That was just amazing play by them. 13-11, 2 rounds separating the two teams. mousesports with another very close game at hand, and only a scout for Chris J. But he showed us on the ESEA LAN what he's able to do with that. He demolished COG, and partly he made himself look good against Virtus Pro with it. Now Navi with the AWP and the FAMAS 4 seized, only 2 smokes left. And Nicolino opens up the B bomb site with a good headshot onto Seized. Now he's down to 25. He needs to let his teammate take point. And it's Chris J with the scope, checking out the bomb site. He actually finds Edward in time before he goes down. Great reaction by Chris J. And the CT's on the retreat. Navi will give this round to mousesports, more or less because of those 2 kills. Not more or less, but it was the only reason that the CTs are going to save, because they didn't get a single frag on the B bomb site. Maybe they were a little bit too self-confident. As Seized went down, Edward shouldn't have peeked into B tunnels, but he was going for the information. He tried to draw it back to a 4v4. But if he had played it more defensively and made the terrorists commit to the B bomb site before he calls in for the rotation, Navi could have had a shot at winning this round, or at least making it closer. Now Guardian ensues with the saving frags, defending their rifles like a lion mothered their calf. No, not their calf, but you know, their, what is it? What is a small lion? A club? No, a calf? Well, I don't know. The small lion, you know what I mean. The lion egg, so to speak. 12-13, 1 round separating the 2 teams. Navi would only need 3 and mousesports need 4 to close it out. Nicolino already there, double tap onto Flamey, taking him out. Now sees Zeus as he turns around and puts another bullet to another CT, making it a 4v3 already. Tixo almost took his teammate out there, and he was actually firing at one teammate while he almost took one teammate out. Got B going for old school planned positions on top of the box there, reminding me of CS 1.6. 3v5, the CT is once again safe. This time it's going to be the B bomb site. So for all the people that still think that frags count the most, sometimes 2 frags are enough to win a round. And well, you can tell if you have a player with 10 frags and you have a player with 4 frags. The player with 10 frags might have picked up stupid after planned pickoffs on exits or something like that, and the player with the 4 kills could have actually won 2 rounds with that. Just saying, not defending anyone though. 13-13, mousesports with the comeback into this match. Look at their terrorist streak, but I think that Navi are definitely able to pull off a good defense on their CT side. If they get the economy going, they should be able to get back. FAMAS for Seized, FAMAS for Zeus, AWP for Guardian, and the Zeus team is going in for the aggressive play. Edward actually catches a glimpse of Tixo through the smoke, takes him out and makes it a 4v4 after a good opening shot by Tixo onto Zeus, who was pushing from A short. And kind of Tixo saved his teammates from being demolished by the CT's push. Edward would have been there to help Zeus out a little bit from below. And Tixo stopped that push from happening, went down for that because he was flashed. And now it's back to a 4v4. The CTs are majorly hurt though. C's down to 60 HP, Edward on 36. And Gobi on the other side of the terrorists is down to 52. And Chris J gets caught off guard by Flame. He didn't even reply with a single shot. mousesports have dropped the bomb in A short, and now a good flash comes in, taps and takes out Flamey. Now a 2-man sack on the A bomb site, and C's is already coming in from B tunnels. If the terrorists swing back to the B bomb site, which would be possible theoretically, they could run into C's somewhere around the map. Now mousesports just took another approach, and Guardian is there to take out Tapson on the A short approach. C's is coming in from behind, keep that in mind, but Guardian doesn't even care. He takes them all out alone. 14-13. That A go was not too successful for mousesports, mainly because of Guardian's gun pointing that way. He's like a tank, in my opinion. If his gun points your way, you would rather not corner this corner. Now Chris J misses that first shot. He knows that there is a very strong AWP on the other side of those doors, and he doesn't want to peek it just yet. The respect from Chris J is clearly visible in this exchange of his middle play. but no frags, no damage exchange between the two teams. Chris tries to get rid of one of the middle defenders. Na'Vi currently has two of them, and they are pulling their two A long defenders back to the A platform. So they have a very tight CT defense right now. They can easily support each other through CT spawn, and mousesports just waits for the first frag. Chris waits for the flash, then pulls the trigger, but it's not the right timing for him to get that frag on the board. Now Na'Vi has got some information with that flash. They know that Chris is around A short, so they expect mousesports to go towards the A bomb site probably, and the Germans have 3 players on there already. Chris tries to draw Guardian out of his position at A slope while the teammates go to work as Nicolino puts down Zeus. He's got another one onto Edward. Good job by mousesports putting Nicolino in middle and having him pushing into CT spawn was the exact right timing and the right call. In the meantime, Tapson got 2 frags on A, and CS is all alone in the B bomb site. He's holding onto his rifle, silently crying in the corner like a soldier that is left alone in his squad. Nicolino with a 3rd frag. He's really doing good right now. 20 frags for Chris Nicolino and Tapson. Only 9 for Tixo, but he's a stand-in, and he's probably the support player right now. Not, you know, mousesports won't expose all the strategies to him. On the other side, we have 27 for Edward and 22 for Seized. Mousesports draw the game again at 14, and Na'Vi are forced to save. Seized at 75 is almost across the board, except for Edward, who already showed that he rather has the Deagle to play with, and it's one of his favorite toys. Now the terrorists on the A go. The CTs are coming in from behind and from every direction already. If they can delay that push a little bit, well, it's not going to happen though. Tapson and Tixo will open up the A bomb site. Tixo mops up another frag, and now he's got the possibility to show off what he's made of, as he is currently tapped out. I think he was tapped out there for a second. Seized with 1 frag back on the C set 75, and mousesports will make it 15-14. Now they have 1 match point on the terrorist side with a very hurt Na'Vi squad. Probably their pride is hurt the most right now. 3 FAMASs on Seized and Zeus, and AWP for Guardian. Look at the nades though. They only have 3 smokes, and they only have 3 flash grenades. So they can't waste too much equipment on the terrorists. Chris gets smoked off on the B bomb site, takes it slow for the second, and the CT's on the push already. Guardian and Zeus are there. Taps and turns around in the right moment. Guardian still has lower B tunnels covered, and he gets the better of Chris who was faster but missed his shot. So you need to be on target if you pull that trigger. It's not necessarily about who pulls it first, but also who hits the shot. 4v4. Season Edward still with those FAMASs. Let's see, they are both at the B bomb site. Guardian and Flamey on A with the kind of bigger guns, and they have the bigger range to shoot at on the terrorists, so it's a reasonable choice to make. Now Edward takes over the middle covering while Seized hangs back in the B bomb site, and the mousesports squad will move on to the A bomb site. Guardian expects somebody to be around middle, but he has called in Flamey to back him up a little bit. And there come the flashes. Mousesports shortly towering up in CT spawn and get romped by Edward from behind, but suddenly they ring off 3 frags and make it a 1v3 situation. Seized is alone, and Nico has 1 bullet with his name on it, and it's enough for mousesports to win the first map against Na'Vi on dust2, which was mousesports' pick. 28 frags for Edward, 23 for Seized, 23 for Nicolino and Tapson. And in my opinion, shoutcasters should get drops after the games as well. But let's see what's going to happen in the second map. Thanks to Twitch and G2A, and last but not least, Steel Series for sponsoring this tournament. The 2 teams are fighting for a playoff spot. mousesports needs a few more points on the board, and they have done their job on the first map. Let's see if they can pull through on the second. Coming right back and right up here on my channel. Stay tuned.